on Fire. Here we are gathered again tonight for another awesome time, another wonderful moment where Wives on Fire just gather around the table, and we call this Wife Let's Talk. So we are here to just have a discussion, and it's all about adding value to families, to our own lives, to our communities. And so we have those topics that are interesting to women as a whole. Tonight we are talking on appreciation or the power of gratitude. We've been counting our blessings, and we've been doing a lot in the area of gratitude, which has been bringing a lot of results. So last month we actually had a good discussion with some beautiful Wives on Fire, and this month here with me are another set of powerful women, ministers and celebrities, and we're going to be having a discussion around the theme gratitude. Our Wives on Fire, empowered by the Spirit. So on this edition we are talking about counting your blessings, season 2. Last month we saw season 1, and so in season 2 we had the privilege to take on a challenge, a 21 days gratitude challenge, and it's really been amazing. Ladies, I just want us to have a discussion around, gratitude, around counting your blessings. And I've heard already a few testimonies from some ladies who were able to share some of the impact they have had while they were doing this challenge. So I just want us to just talk around gratitude. Do you know it's something that a lot of people don't understand the impact. They feel, maybe sometimes people feel it's too much to show gratitude, or something is too small to show gratitude about it. So, but I want to, I want us to just talk around it. I want to start with you, Minister Core. So what do you think about this topic of gratitude? What impact has it played on you personally? And if you have a personal story, we don't mind, you can share that with us, your experience around gratitude, either you're giving or somebody, it's always a two-way thing. Sometimes you give, and then sometimes some people will show gratitude to you. So do you have any circumstance around your life that you can share with us concerning gratitude?
Thank you, Mom, for this question. And this season has really been a good one. It is only when we started this that we saw how important it was. I have a lot of it. And the one I would like to share is the one with my husband. Like couples, there are some times where we are just moody, we don't want to talk to each other, or we have some, in fact, those seasons in our homes. Yeah. So this gratitude came at that time. So I was in that mood where I don't just want to talk. And this challenge, we had to text our spouse and tell them how much we love them and appreciate them. I was like, am I supposed to? Oh, how? But I needed to do this challenge because I don't want to be left behind. So I texted him. When I texted him, he was like, this is the wife I got married to. And after that, even though I just said in my mind that you don't even know that I'm doing my challenge, but I realized that after that I started conversing with him as if nothing was happening. So trying to do the challenge, I was fixing a problem. So this challenge was really a good one. Thank you, Mom.
Wow. That's so powerful. So you see that gratitude solves a lot of problems. There are so many things that, you could just solve by showing gratitude. But how did that make you feel? I mean, when he gave you a response like what you just mentioned here, how did that make you feel?
Seriously, when he replied like that, I started looking at myself like I'm being ungrateful. Because I felt this man is surely going through some stress, and I don't care. I'm just looking at on my own side, and I don't even think of him, and I repented. And I felt better after doing that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. You see, so there's power in gratitude. You don't even know how far it goes. It's so much. There's so much impact when we can show gratitude to the people that we care about. It's good to show. Sometimes they will not ask you. It's difficult for them to even remember that. Oh, let me ask you to. Why are you not? They wouldn't ask you. But if you can remember to just say thank you to somebody for something which they did for you, I believe it's really gonna, it's gonna go a long way to change a lot and appease, even just appeasing somebody, bringing joy in somebody's life is a lot. So thank you so much for that. I want to come to Minister Carol, my gorgeous Minister Carol, coming to you now. I want to just find out from you, how has it been with the gratitude challenge? You know, we're talking about the 21 days gratitude challenge. In case you're just watching and you don't know what we're talking about, there was this challenge we actually had to do 21 days of taking an action, either sending a message, calling somebody, or giving somebody, people who are close to us, doing something that will impact their lives, just to show gratitude. And it's really been going well. I've listened to the testimonies of other people, and you were actually ministering on gratitude this evening. So I want to know from you, how has this challenge impacted your life? Or how has gratitude worked for you? Did you partake in this challenge? And if you did, what impact did you create through that?
Okay, Mommy, I just want to say thank you for this question. Indeed, it was not an easy task. In fact, I had to write to one of my friends with whom I have been for a long time. She is in Holland. I have been with her for a long time. At one point, we were not more conversing because of some issues. So during this gratitude challenge, I took the opportunity to call her, to write to her. She was like, oh, so you still have my number? You still have my number, so you mean you remember the things I did for you? Well, I was so surprised. I never even knew she was going to answer me before, because in fact, we had a very bad discussion when we separated from each other. But this gratitude challenge has reunited us again. In fact, this morning she texted me and said you are still as beautiful as when you were 13. It was so interesting. So wow. I really thank you very much for this program. It has been a success unto us.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carol, for sharing your experience with us. When you share your experience, it encourages a lot more people. And actually, this challenge is just about helping us learn how to add value to one another. There are people that nobody ever says thank you to them. They do a lot of, good stuff for people, but they really don't get people coming back to them. And we are digging into this because we've seen that when you do it, you actually touch the hearts of people, you touch their lives, and they are happy. How do you feel when you make people happy? You too, in turn, you feel very happy, right? Yes, so we are going to continue to our next celebrity, Carol celebrity. Yes, the wife on fire, who is ready, she's vibrant, and she's on fire. So I want to ask you, I know you've been partaking in this challenge as well. I just want to go from the challenge, because that's the most recent thing that we've been doing around the power of gratitude, around counting our blessings. When you remember somebody that you had forgotten them for a while, and you come back to them, that's counting your blessing. You're counting them as your blessing. The good things that happened to you, maybe long time ago, maybe years back, but that's part of the good things that have happened to you, and you just thought of them and say, hey, let me talk to this person. Let me say hi to this person. Let me just, appreciate this person for one thing or the other, no matter how small. So I want to hear your own experience with this gratitude challenge. How did it go for you? Did you have one sweet story that we need to hear?
Very, very, very sweet stories. First of all, Mom, I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity you have given me to express gratitude. Actually, this gratitude challenge was a very wonderful challenge. Yes, it went it's going a very long way to know, put a lot of things in order, especially for me. It's an example in my home to my husband when I had to just thank him for so many things. We've been through so many challenges, and I just have to say thank you for the support and standing by me all through, because it's really been a lot. So I just had to thank him. I did that on that day with a text message, and when the message got to him, he wanted to tell me chemistry in love. And he had to reply back by saying, thank you so much, the vein in my brain. So this made me to laugh the whole day, and it was so wonderful. He was so happy about it, and when he came home, since then, it's just like the vein in my brain, and that has left a mark. When he says that, he always remembers how much I appreciated him for what he's been doing to me. So at least I want to say this gratitude challenge has really ignited a certain light in my home, and it brings refreshment to my home. And another case is, I mustn't say it is only in this period of this challenge. One case I had that really touched the person concerned. The person concerned was my boss, my former boss, where I was working and I had to resign. I had lots of challenges in the job, but when I decided to stop the job, I went back to him. I got a good bottle of wine. I went back to him. I said, sir, I just want to thank you so much for the opportunity you gave me to serve in this institution. I am very happy. To have jobs nowadays, to come by is very difficult. But I just want to say I am grateful. Me going does not mean that there is a problem. I just want to appreciate you. He was like, he said, since in the history of him being the general manager of my institution, of that institution, nobody has ever appreciated him. That I'm the first person. Wow. More than 7 people have left the institution, but I am the first person that has ever appreciated him while living. So to him, he felt so honored and he was so happy. So when I left, that positive relationship stays. So each time I have something I want to do, he is always ever present because he feels honored. As humans, when we are appreciated, we are forced to do more. When you appreciate somebody, it encourages that person to do more. That is how God wired the human being. Even if somebody does wrong and just say thank you, automatically that person feels positive. That person feels positive. So I just want to say gratitude in general is something that we should emulate, and we should learn to live in gratitude. That way, living in the society in which we find ourselves, I think, is going to be very wonderful. Thank you so much.
Powerful. Thank you. Wow. You said something very powerful. You said, when you appreciate someone, they are forced to do more. And that's so true. And that's even biblical. You know that when you appreciate God, God does more. When you say thank you to God, it's from God that we are learning gratitude, right? We're learning gratitude from God, and then we can show gratitude to men. When you start showing gratitude to God, it's easy to show gratitude to the people that you see around you, right? So thank you for that contribution, Carol, and I believe that we are learning something that will add value to us. We are just doing this as we know that when you practice something for a number of days, it becomes a habit in you. It stays in you and becomes like a culture to you. So we started it and we're doing it like a 21 days challenge. But we know that after 21 days, it's going to remain like a lifestyle, a culture. And we'll keep doing it. We'll keep appreciating people around us, learning to just show gratitude. It's very key. So thank you so much. We're going to go to Minister Dolly, who is ready, who is set. In fact, she gave us hot this evening. She actually ministered on this topic of gratitude. I want to ask you, Minister Dolly, just like others have shared their experience, I don't know whether you want to come from a different approach, but gratitude, appreciation, counting your blessings is all what we are talking about. I don't know if any of this has worked for you in a way that you want to share with us. Maybe the challenge, maybe just your lifestyle of gratitude. What has that provoked? What have you noticed? What impact has it created in the lives of the people around you? Either ways, you doing or they doing towards you, just share with us.
Thank you very much, Mama. It's really a pleasure for me to be here today and to be a part of this. It's been a life-transforming moment for me. I always knew myself. I've not always known myself to be that kind of person that shows gratitude. Until when we got into this period where we had our gratitude challenge, then I realized how much I haven't been showing or haven't shown gratitude enough to those people that have really impacted my life in one way or the other. Actually, I'm that kind of person. I'm one of those people that my life has been, God has taken me from one hand to another. Yes, so a lot of people have impacted my life from my childhood right up to now. And during this period, when I started going through the gratitude challenges of the different days, then I realized how much I have not been able to ever express gratitude from very deep into my life, especially those people that impacted my life positively at a very young age. And so, first of all, this challenge has made me to understand how much I owe gratitude to a lot of people. I have a long list of people that I have decided that I need to get to them. So there are some people that don't even have their contact anymore. So I'm actually really working to see how I have an edge in me that I need to reach out to all of these people to express and to tell them how much I really appreciated the hand of God in my life through them. Yeah. So for the gratitude period, it's really been amazing. It's been a very emotional moment for me, actually, because all the messages or all the times I reach out to people, what I get back gets me so emotional. I couldn't imagine how much you touch the heart of people when you express just a message away, how much you can touch people's lives. And I tell you, my life, my relationship with those people have gone from one level to another. I've just realized that just because of the fact that I was able to tell somebody, thank you for one thing that you did to me, maybe many couple of years back, it just brought us so close, closer than never before. So this moment has really been a life-transforming moment for me, like I said. And I tell you, I'm never going to take it for granted. Like everything that every man has in my life. A lot of times we make that mistake and we think that, we take things for granted. And we think that things cannot be valued. But I tell you, this moment has made me to understand how much we should and we ought to value any little thing that people do for us. Because sometimes God will use people to do things for us and we just feel that we owe gratitude only to God. No. I have learned that gratitude, I have to be more intentional in the way I show gratitude to people.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. And
like I said, I have a long list. The list is still long. There are people that they weren't. I mean, we didn't. It wasn't really mentioned, or it hasn't been mentioned yet in the gratitude challenge. But this moment has just pushed me, and it has opened my mind for me to see that I really need to reach out to people to tell them how much I really value what they are to me. And like our sister just said, when you value something, I mean, when you make somebody know that you value that person, that person adds value to what, to what the person has done before. The person is moved to do more. The person, feels more comfortable around you.
That's right.
The person is ready to do better than what he or she did in the past. So to me, I'm really so blessed by this gratitude period. My life has changed, and I know that God will continue doing great things through my gratitude that we show for one another. And it's bringing, one thing I want to end by saying that it's bringing a lot of healing. How my sister, when I got put to bed,
This world.
I called her.
This world. This world. This world. You see why we talk about the healing part of it? It brings healing. Gratitude is it's a magical word. I'll put it that way if you don't mind. It brings healing. It brings peace. It sorts a lot of deep wounds. It heals those deep things. There are some things you don't even talk about. There are some things we don't even share. You just feel like you may want to share, and you will think that people will not understand you. But I'm telling you, in the course of this program, a lot has happened in the lives of many people. It is where Dolly, and I do understand why you feel the way you're feeling, because when I sent a message to someone in the course of this challenge, the response that I got, I could feel how much this person was hurting. So people sit in their quiet corners, they are hurting, and they wouldn't be able to express. They're not expressing, they're not telling you. But when you show that gratitude, then you understand now that, hey, so these people needed this. So if people just need kind words. In other words, people need kind words. The more kind words we can release, the better. Because you heal people more than you could ever imagine. There are people even dying of illnesses because of the things that they are keeping in the inside of them. So when you start speaking kind words towards people, there are people that have grown and they've never listened, they've never heard any kind word come from anybody. So they just do, they live their life and they know that, okay, that's how life is. They don't expect anything. So when you bring that, it will become like, oh, wow. So life could be like this. So somebody could actually speak to me like this. So it's very deep when it comes to gratitude and healing. Gratitude and healing. It could just be like telling somebody, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I should have done this. It's another way. I didn't realize I could have done this to you. And then you now just speak a nice word. Do you know you were really this good, but I couldn't even see it at that time? I'm seeing now all what you were doing. Thank you. Some people just need to hear that, and that's enough. I don't know why you want to continue to tell us your story. Yes.
When I put to bed, I called one of my sisters because I didn't have anybody in the house, so I called her. And I noticed it's only when we started this gratitude period challenge that I realized how much she sacrificed.
she left, I wrote her out. I thanked her, but I realized I didn't thank her enough.
Wow.
So, during this period, today we had to thank a family member that had got something so special to us. I thought of her usually, and then I realized how much I would have gratitude to what she did to me. She's my sister, and I could just say, okay, she's my sister. So when I took to her, she has covered. God used this period to actually permit me evaluate the value
Wow.
that people
Yes.
place or people offer to me. So I sent her a message. She didn't actually expect that because she knows I'm grateful, I'm always grateful. But when I sent her that message, it actually touched her life as well. And it's been emotions upon emotions, and it's been so it's really awesome. It's great what God can do. I mean, it's great what it's above our imagination. What God can do just because of, I mean, when we actually value at the level that we ought to, the sacrifices that people make for us. And this season, I'm not in a rush to go through this because I think I still have a long way. We're ending the official program tomorrow, but I have a long way because I just realize how much I just have to thank people. People who have touched my life in one way or the other. People who have been there for me.
Wow. Wow. Let's cheer her up. This is what we are talking about. In fact, this is what we are really talking about. This is what the challenge is all about. Teaching us how to show gratitude. You know, most of the time we take things for granted. You know, you feel that she could have like, okay, this is my sister, she's supposed to do this. You do things for your own sisters or your own brothers or your own, I mean, it could be your family members. You still deserve appreciation because they truly don't owe you whatever they are doing to you. Like they don't owe you that. Even if they're your sister or even your parents, the things they've done for you that you think that, okay, because they are my parents, they're supposed to do it. Still go back and say thank you. You did this. Because they're equally parents who didn't do that to their own kids. So you have a parent or you have parents who did something, even if they took you only through primary school, they did something to you. If they didn't kill you at birth, they did something to you. Some children are not existing because their own parents killed them at birth. So this gratitude challenge, you don't have to look for something too big to say thank you to somebody. It's enough to just look around and say, oh wow, this person did this. Maybe he bought me a book. Like I still remember when we were growing up, I had an aunt who came around. You know, in those days, Christmas dresses meant so much to us. So one auntie came around and she bought a Christmas dress for my sister. The dress was just too beautiful. In those days, that dress meant so much. I was looking at it like, wow, did she not see two? Why did she buy only one? You know, still asking that question. But if that my aunt was still alive, I would have thanked her for that dress because I've never forgotten memories of a small child growing up. I still think of, you know, just she's of blessed memory now. If she was alive, like in this challenge, I would have, you remember that dress you bought for my sister? Thank you so much. The dress was so beautiful. You know, so those are some of those things that they may seem like they don't matter, but they really matter. So in a nutshell, what we're saying is, let us learn how to show gratitude. There are many problems that will be solved just by telling somebody, thank you. Thank you. Appreciating somebody for just a little thing they did for you. And we've seen from all the responses, all the testimonies, how gratitude impacts people differently, in different ways, right? So that's it for today, for the gratitude or Count Your Blessings Season 2. we are looking forward to a season 3, and if possible, why not season 4? We have so many stories, we have so many testimonies of impact, and we really want many more people to understand and be a part of something like this, a part of doing this. It's a movement of gratitude, something that everybody just get into it and begin to show gratitude to your loved ones, the people who have done one thing or the other, no matter how small. So thank you guys for joining me on this. Thank you for your contributions once more, and God bless you. See you next time.